Good morning, students. Glad to meet you all again through online class. I hope you are all doing good. Students, pray to God every day. God will protect us from evil. Stay safe at home. I hope you all have completed the previous activities. Now we can move on to 2 and you share. We all have something we can share, isn't it? It need not only be money, food, or books. It would be an idea for improving something in a neighborhood. What is meant by neighborhood? A person who live nearby. Neighborhood means a person who live nearby. It would be an inspirational story. What is meant by inspirational? Brilliant idea. Brilliant idea. A traditional cure or even an interesting recipe. What is meant by recipe? Recipe is the instruction for cooking food. Traditional means beliefs from generation to generation. We can share our time with disabled people. Do you know the disabled people? Unable to use a part of a body. Unable to use part of body. That people is disabled people who need help. If nothing else, we can share a kind word, a loving touch, or a caring deed. What is meant by deed? Something that someone have lived. Someone have lived. Someone uh, sharing is the key to happiness and prosperity. What is meant by prosperity? Successful, rich for everyone. When there is a true sharing, there is no losers, only winners. When there is true sharing, there are no losers, only winners. Okay, students, now let's see the small summary of the story. Two grandmas. Two grandmas. Amala's grandmother was in the hospital. Amala often visited her grandma. She saw another old lady admitted next to her grandma's room, named Kanda. There is no one can to take care of her. Amala assured her that she would take care of her. Amala stood on her words. One day, Amala was playing with a Rubik cube and showed Kanda how to make all the colors come together and asked her to keep the Rubik cube. Do you know the Rubik cube? This is the instrument of one playing things, colorful things, and asked her to keep the Rubik cube with her. On the day when both of the grandmas leave the hospital, Amala did not leave Ganda alone and asked her to visit Amala's home. As often as she can, Amala shared her time and affection with Kanda. Now, Kanda stopped feeling alone and started feeling hopeful like Rubik cube. All the color of her life had come together in harmony. Now, let's read the story line by line. Students, take a book, page number 14, underline the important words, note down the meanings. Do you understand this story? Next one, take a book. Last year, Amala's grandmother became very ill. Ill means not well or bad health, and had to spend 2 weeks in hospital. Every evening after school, Amala went to the hospital to visit her. On the second day, Amala noticed another old lady in a room next to her grandma's room. The old lady's door was open, but there was no visitor in her room. Amala smiled at her and walked on. Amala talked to her grandma for some time and gave her a card she had made. When she was going back, she found that the other lady was still alone. She was looking towards the doorway. May I come in? Amala said. The old lady looked surprised but nodded her head. Do you know the nodded? Nodded means moved head up and down. Moved head up and down. Amala sat down near her and told the old lady her name and also told her about her grandma being in the next room. The old lady looked very ill, but still she smiled. She said, "My name is Kanda. I don't have anyone to visit me in the hospital." Amala said, "I will visit you." And Amala did. She made get well cards for her own grandma and for Ganda grandma. She used some of her pocket money to buy some roses for both of them. Once, when she was sitting at Ganda grandma's bedside, Amala took a Rubik cube out of her pocket and played with it. "What is that?" asked Kanda grandma. Amala showed her how to twist the cube to make all the colors come together. Kanda loved it. Amala said, "Take it, Kanda grandma. I have another at home." In the next 2 weeks, Kanda grandma and Amala became very close. Both the grandmas became well, and the day came when both would go home. Do you think Amala just said goodbye and never saw Kanda grandma again? Of course not. Kanda is like a part of Amala's family now because she lives all alone. Amala has asked her to come to their home and often as she can. Often means many times. That is the story of how Amala went to the hospital to see one grandma and came home with two. When Amala shared her time and affection with her, Ganda stopped feeling lonely and started feeling helpful. Lonely means alone. With just a twist of a Rubik cube, all the colors of her life and come together in harmony. Understood, students? These are the story. The hard words you have to underline. Okay. Next, sharing. What is sharing? Sharing is the key to happiness. True sharing only winners, no losers. Students develop the skill and talents of sharing that leads to growth of character and life became happy and joy. Sharing leads to less self-centered, less selfish, not thoughtful. Students develop this character of sharing at the young age that leads to free mindset and selfish life. Next, we can move on to let's understand. Sharing does not mean donating to charity or giving gifts. Sharing does not mean donating to charity or giving gifts. It means drawing others closer to us by opening our heart and minds to them. Drawing others closer to us by opening our hearts and minds to them. If we open our heart to others alone, we can make them others close. Make others close. Being willing to let others benefit from something we have. Being willing to let others benefit from something we have. Share the things we know which benefits others. This is the meaning of will being to let others benefit from something we have. Being unselfish and thoughtful about other people's needs and feelings. Being unselfish means we must not be selfish. We must not be selfish and thoughtful knowledge about other people's need. Need means food. Need and feelings. Hunger feelings. Different people have different skills and talents. By sharing these skills and talents, we all grow in character and life becomes richer and more enjoyable. Does it mean you must share everything? No. What you should not share? Secrets that may hurt others, jokes and make fun of the way people look or talk, private family matters, rumors that are floating around about your friends. Be careful not to hurt anyone when you share a secret. Others benefit when we share what we have. That is easy to see. What we might not realize is that we benefit too. When we share with others, sharing gives us a sense of satisfaction and happiness. Sharing gives us a sense of satisfaction and happiness. No prize and trophy can give us much happiness as knowing that our simple act of sharing has helped to make someone's life better. When one person in a group is willing to share, the others too will discover the joys of sharing. If this sharing movement spreads, it will have the power to change millions of lives and make the world a better place to live in for everyone. Only that which we give away is truly others. This is the words from Bible chapter Ecclesiastes. Let's next move on to the next topic. Let's talk it over. Holy, a farmer, a Jalandhar, grow the best wheat in the region. One day, a visitor from another village saw him distributing wheat seeds to the neighboring farmers. Why are you giving away your prize winning wheat? Why should your neighbor benefit from you? Asked the visitor. Haven't you heard of cross pollination? Replied Holy smilingly. If my neighbors grow poor quality wheat, it will affect my crop too. If they grow good quality wheat, all our field will yield healthy crops. By giving the best, I get the best. We can all grow the best wheat possible. That way, all of us will earn more and live better. Explained Holy. If Holy had not shared these seeds, how many wheat farmers in the village would be living well after a few years? Would Holy himself earn a lot of money for many years? Now that Holy has shared his seeds, what will happen to the quality of the wheat? The whole village. What will happen to the quality of life of all the farmers? What is the lesson the visitor would have learned? All around us, There are examples of sharing. Nature shares her riches, flowers, fruits, and the treasures of the oceans with all living creatures. Farmers work hard to produce food for everyone. Scientists share their discoveries to make life better for all of us. Each of us have a special talent we can share with others to make their lives more comfortable or happy and to bring meaning and joy to our own lives. Okay, students, take page number 18. Look at the book, just think about it. Now, we are going to discuss about e-waste. Do you know that e-waste? E-waste means electrical waste, electronics, electrical and electronics waste. A global mountain of e-waste. Look, there is a new smartphone in the store. It's time I dumped my old one. Hold on, let's ask some questions before you dump any electronic item. Where will you dump it? Will you gift it to someone or will you just put it in the trash bin? More than 20 million tons of e-waste are produced every year and they end up the garbage dumps and landfills. What is in that phone? Electronics items contain toxic chemicals like lead, mercury, and cadmium. They are dangerous to the health of rag pickers, the soil, and the environment. Can electronics items be recycled? Yes, the old parts of computers would be removed and reused. But in practice, most e-waste is not recycled. You are the generation that is going to inherit huge mountains of e-waste that is not biodegradable and will continue to be dangerous. As the buy and throw cultures takes hold everywhere and as costs fall, more and more people will buy more and more electronics items and dump more and more of them on those trash mountains. So, what can you do today? Spread the message about the dangers of e-waste. Request some big stores near your home or school to set up e-waste collection boxes. Write letters to the editors of newspapers asking for public volunteers to sort through the recycle the e-waste. Monitor the progress of your project and keep spreading the word. Be a responsible citizen of the digital world. Topic is we can see how to be careful and stay safe. A 12-year-old Samir was at the bus stop when a pleasant young man came up to him. They started talking. The stranger asked Samir where he lived and who his father was. Samir told him everything cheerfully. The next day, Samir's parents were horrified when he did not get home in the evening and there was no news of him. They went to the police. The ransom letter arrived the next day. Samir had been kidnapped. Luckily, everything ended well and the man with his hand was caught. Samir learned his lesson. This shows that not everyone who appears to be a friend is really a friend. Everyone who appears to be a friend is really a friend. It can be dangerous to tell a stranger private things about yourself and your family Be friendly but stay safe. Never talk to strangers even if they know your name. Okay. Next, another one story. 13-year-old Pushpa is a fun-loving teenager who loves to spend time with her friends. One day, her best friend said, "This evening we are all going to a party. It is going to be a surprise party of my brother's friend." "In whose house?" asked Pushpa. "I don't know anything," said her friend. "But another friend of my brother will pick up at 7 p.m." Pushpa agreed to it. Later that evening, she started feeling very uncomfortable about it. She did not want to go to a strange place with people she did not know. But how would she say no to her friend? Wouldn't she feel hurt? Was Puspa right to feel uncomfortable? Yes, of course she was. Should she now say no? Yes, she should. Never be afraid to say no. Say it clearly and loudly. It is more important to stay safe and feel comfortable in your own mind than to try to please someone else. Be friendly but stay safe. Never go anywhere with anybody you don't know. Okay, students, next topic is let's do something. Here is an activity for you. Take page number 17. First question. Read the story again. When we see that Amala is a girl with some really good values, choose one color for each value and color the blank squares. Any color you have to use this. First one, caring, sharing, generosity, empathy, respect for elders, friendliness. Second one is the sharing poster. Help to clear a big space on your class notice board or put a large black chart paper on the wall. On the board or chart paper, pin or paste any of the following that you would like to share with your classmates. Students, in this situation, you can use A4 size paper or chart paper for doing this activity. An idea that you strongly believe in. Next one, a words you like. Next one, a photograph. Everyone can participate in the sharing project. At the end of this week, choose a sharing item that appealed to you that most of the explain why you liked it. Next one is picture study. As you can see, human beings are not the only creatures that enjoy sharings. Give this picture a title, then write a few lines about what you feel when you look at this picture. Later, okay students, then later I will inform the date when you have to submit the activity. Okay students, that's all today's class. I hope you all have understood this story. If you have any doubt, you can contact me. Do the activity. I will send the question answer later through the WhatsApp group. Okay students, thank you all.